Hey guys, Charles here. Let's do AP Micro 2021. This is set 2, and this is number 3 for 2021. This is more of a utility sort of called total cost, benefit, marginal cost, marginal benefit. All right. Show the total cost, total benefit of advertisements placed. Let's see here. Calculate the total benefit of placing 3. Now, be careful here. I read that as total benefit, but it's the total net benefit. Net means we have to take out the cost, right? Obviously, the total benefit here is 3,000, but we're going to have to subtract the total cost for those 3. So it is just 3,000. We would just take the 3,000 minus the 800, right? Um, and that's 2,100, 2,200, sorry. 2,200, yeah, that's right. Right, the net is awfully important. If you don't know what net means, obviously it means to take out the cost. Um, so let's try B, calculate the marginal net benefit of the third advertisement. Now, if they give you total, you can be pretty sure that sometime, somewhere, you're going to have to do marginal. So we should, by this point, hopefully know how to find our marginal for the third one. We go from 5 to 8, 6, 7, 8, 300. And our marginal benefit is 2,200 to 3,000, which would be 800. So the marginal net benefit is just the marginal benefit minus the marginal cost. So 500. 800 minus 300 equals 500. I hope that's easy to see. We obviously, by this point of the game, we should know how to find all of our marginal, right? Be aware that if I don't need to lecture you. You know what's going on. C. What is the optimal number of advertisements placed by AZ Foods, and explain using marginal analysis. So let's go back, and anytime we're doing something like that, we want to find our optimal, just like when we're doing labor, right, or a utility question, and we're looking for our optimal number of choices, our optimal number of labor, our profit maximizing amount of labor. What we're interested in is those marginal numbers. So this is marginal cost. Let's do marginal benefit here. Marginal cost is 300. Here, 3, 4, 5, 200, right? We went from 3 to 5, that's 2. From 5 to 8, that's 3. From 8 to 1,300 is 500. 1,300 to 21, 7, 800. 21 to 3 looks like 900, and then 1,100. These are our costs. And this makes sense. Our cost is, remember our marginal costs, right? They should start out high, go down low, and come up. Recognize that relationship, that relationship there of marginal cost. We start out high, we go low, we start going up higher, never to go back down, right? Marginal costs keep going up and up. Our benefit starts at 1,200. Then it looks like we've got 1,000. 800 here. 3,000 to 36 is 600. 36 to 4 is 400. 200 and 0. So our marginal benefit, remember now, our marginal benefit is like our demand curve, right? So it starts out high, continuously falls. Our demand curve is your marginal benefit curve, right? Here's your marginal cost curve. It is your supply curve. When we put them together, they look very familiar, don't they? Marginal cost here, marginal benefit here, right where they come together. That's the sweet spot. That's the number that we want. Where they are closest together is the quantity that we will buy of advertisements, right? That quantity right there. Now, notice that it is where marginal cost equals marginal benefit. That's our best spot to be. But notice that we have none of these. 5 and 6 are pretty close together. Those are about as close as they can get, right? For 5 and 6, there's only 100 difference between those two. and the cost is less than the benefit. Think about that. You can't get exactly where they meet, but you can either have it on this side where the benefit is greater than the cost, or you can be on this side where the cost is greater than the benefit. And it should make sense to you that we never want to be on this side where the cost is greater than the benefit. Even though we can't be exactly where we want to be, we're going to stop on this side where the marginal benefit is slightly greater than the marginal cost. All right. 4 looks like, and we would explain this. They want us to use marginal analysis. So all you really need to do here is say that the optimal number is 4 as the marginal cost is less than the marginal benefit. We would buy 4 as marginal cost is greater than benefit, not the 5th as marginal benefit is less than marginal cost. Notice your marginal benefit here is less than marginal cost for the 5th. Always tell them what you're going to do and then tell them why you don't do the 5th one. This is a nice way to explain it. They accept it for not only labor, but also for utility questions. Anyway, makes a lot of sense to do it that way. All right, D, suppose over the next year the marginal benefit that AZ Food receives from each advertisement increases by 300. Identify the optimal number. So I think we could just add 300 to all of these, right? So this now becomes 1,500, 1,300, 8, 9, 10, 1,100, right? 6, 7, 8, 900, 7, 5, and then 300, obviously here. Then we're going to do the same thing we did before. We look and try to find where marginal benefit and marginal cost are closest together. And it looks like with that additional benefit, the cost is greater here, so I would not want to do that. This is 900, and this is still 500. So again, I think we would still, and they're not asking you to explain it, but we can see that even with that additional, it's not enough of a additional benefit. The marginal benefit hasn't increased enough to cover the cost. So we definitely not trip up and do the 5. We're going to still do the 4 and stay right there. We're better off, or maybe we're closer to that marginal cost equals marginal benefit spot. I don't know. Let's just say we're happiest with the 4. Somehow we got a little extra benefit. Or maybe we would think of it as this. Our marginal benefit curve increased. Shut up, Charles. We don't need to think about that. You guys are doing fine. This looks good. Let's do E. There are many firms in the retail food market. Each firm places its own firm-specific advertisement without considering actions in what market structure. Well, many firms. First of all, we are talking about advertisements. Now, if you go back to, there are many firms. That's either monopolistic comp or that's perfect competition. When they say market structure, that's what we're talking about. It's either perfect competition or monopolistic comp. But as soon as we said advertisements, monopolistic comp is the only market structure industry that advertises, market structure that advertises. Perfect comp does not have to advertise. They can sell all they want at the price that the market holds. So that one should be pretty easy right there. What market structure? We would just say perfect or monopolistic comp and be happy with that, knowing that that's one of the characteristics of monopolistic comp. All right, I think we're done. Thanks, my friends. Be safe. Take care. Give me some comments if you got them. Bye.